Taylor Swift's jet landed in Kansas City this morning and immediately social media exploded with speculation about whether she'll show up to watch Travis Kelce play against the Las Vegas Raiders at Arrowhead Stadium this afternoon at 1 o'clock Eastern Time. The pop superstar has been at every single home game so far this season, and fans are wondering if that perfect streak will continue today in this critical division matchup that could have major playoff implications down the line. Swift even left Selena Gomez's wedding early last month just to make it back in time for the Baltimore Ravens game, which shows how committed she is to being there for Kelce whenever the Chiefs play at home and how seriously she takes her role as his biggest supporter. Last year, she made a conscious choice to only attend games at Arrowhead except for Super Bowl 59 in New Orleans when Kansas City faced Philadelphia for the championship, and security concerns were the main reason behind that decision, especially after the nightmare logistics of the season opener in Brazil against the Chargers. That grueling 13-hour flight to Sao Paulo, combined with international security requirements and massive costs, convinced Swift to skip that game, and she wasn't the only one, as several other Chiefs players' partners stayed home for the exact same reasons, according to Daily Mail reports that detailed the extensive challenges. There's always a chance she might travel to an away game if Kansas City reaches the Super Bowl at Levi's Stadium, but right now she's focused on home games, where security is easier to manage and control and where she can settle into a comfortable routine. Kansas City started this season terribly with 2 straight losses before beating the Giants 22-9 and then edging Baltimore 20-17 in back-to-back wins that suggested they were finally finding their rhythm. They lost to Jacksonville, which was a frustrating setback, but bounced back strong last week, demolishing Detroit 30-17 on Sunday Night Football, which gave the team fresh momentum heading into today and restored confidence in the locker room. Las Vegas has struggled too, sitting at 2 wins and 4 losses after beating New England on the road, then losing 4 straight games before finally getting back in the win column last weekend with a 20-10 victory over Tennessee that they dominated from opening kickoff to final whistle. Last week saw massive upsets across the NFL, with underdogs winning everywhere, which makes today's games even more unpredictable and exciting for fans who never know what surprises might unfold. Kelce has been incredibly consistent throughout these ups and downs, catching passes and moving the chains, even when the offense has struggled with various issues and adjustments to new personnel and schemes. Subscribe now for live game coverage. His numbers this season prove he's still an elite tight end who delivers for his team week after week, no matter what challenges they face or how the opponents try to scheme against him. Kansas City sits at 3-3, desperately needing wins to climb back into division contention, and the pressure is mounting as they prepare for this afternoon's showdown against their bitter rivals. The 35-year-old superstar has been very selective about her public appearances lately, and everyone has been obsessing over whether she'll be at the game today, creating endless discussions on social media platforms. Fans and reporters have been tracking her every move online, looking for clues about whether she'll be in her usual suite when the game starts this afternoon at Arrowhead, surrounded by friends and family. Swift has done an amazing job balancing her public life with private moments, and sources say she and Kelce are busy planning their wedding, which raises questions about how long she can maintain this perfect home game attendance record through the demanding NFL season. When she walks into the stadium, the entire crowd goes absolutely wild, with fans hoping to catch a glimpse of her, though some insiders think she might try to slip in more quietly today to avoid the media frenzy that always surrounds her appearances at Chiefs games. The romance between Swift and Kelce has created this incredible intersection of pop culture and football, bringing entirely new viewers to NFL broadcasts and generating nonstop media coverage all season long that has benefited both the league and the Chiefs organization. The Raiders are coming to Arrowhead with confidence after beating Tennessee, while Kansas City wants to build on that impressive Detroit victory from last week's national broadcast that showcased their potential. Kansas City's 3-3 record has them fighting for playoff position in a tough AFC conference where every single game matters enormously and mistakes can be devastating. Las Vegas brings a dangerous offense led by quarterback Geno Smith, who has been inconsistent, throwing 10 interceptions in 6 games, which has really hurt the Raiders' ability to sustain drives and score consistently against quality opponents. The Raiders' running game is a real threat to Kansas City's run defense, which has been vulnerable this year, giving up big yards to opposing rushers who find holes and take advantage of defensive breakdowns in the front seven. Las Vegas will definitely try to exploit this weakness by feeding running back Ashton Jeanty, who has rushed for 424 yards and 3 touchdowns, averaging 70 yards per game, while bringing that physical style that grinds defenses down over 4 quarters and wears them out. The Raiders coaches have stressed how important it is to control possession time and keep Patrick Mahomes off the field so he can't get into that unstoppable rhythm that has made him one of the most dangerous quarterbacks ever and terrorized defenses throughout his career. Today is absolutely crucial for both teams as the Raiders want to improve their division standing while Kansas City needs this win badly to prove they're still championship contenders and move up the AFC West standings. Arrowhead Stadium is getting ready for an electric atmosphere with thousands of passionate fans pouring in, hoping to see their team crush their biggest division rival in dominant fashion. For Kelce, this game means even more as he continues building his legacy as one of the greatest tight ends ever, despite the team's inconsistent start to the season that has frustrated fans and analysts alike. His chemistry with Mahomes is still incredible and undeniable, and if Kansas City's offense clicks today, they have enough weapons to absolutely destroy Las Vegas's defense and score a ton of points in bunches. The big question for Kansas City is whether their defense can stop the Raiders' running game and force Geno Smith into tough passing situations where he's more likely to make mistakes and throw interceptions that change the game dramatically. If Las Vegas establishes their run game early and dictates the pace, Kansas City could be in for a long, frustrating afternoon since they've shown weakness against physical, run-heavy offenses that eat up clock and keep Mahomes on the sideline. But if Mahomes finds his rhythm with his receivers, including Rashee Rice, who is finally making his season debut after injury and suspension, Kansas City has the offensive talent to score on basically any defense in the league, no matter how they line up. Both teams know how important this game is and how much it could shape the rest of their seasons heading into the second half when playoff races really heat up. As fans keep filing into the stadium, everyone keeps looking at the luxury suites, wondering if Taylor Swift will appear to support her fiancé in this massive AFC West battle that could determine playoff seeding later in the year. Her presence has become its own storyline, with tons of fans believing she brings good luck and positive energy to the team whenever she shows up at Arrowhead Stadium wearing her custom Chiefs gear. The anticipation builds with each passing minute as kickoff approaches and fans refresh their social media feeds, hoping for confirmation that Swift has arrived at the stadium. Her impact on the NFL viewership has been undeniable, with ratings surging whenever she attends games and networks capitalizing on the crossover appeal she brings. The Chiefs organization has embraced this phenomenon, understanding that Swift's presence elevates their brand and attracts demographics that traditionally haven't followed football closely. Meanwhile, Kelce has handled the intense spotlight with grace and humor, often joking about the attention while staying focused on his performance on the field. The relationship has also sparked countless memes and viral moments that have dominated internet culture throughout the season, creating a new kind of sports entertainment. Security teams have developed sophisticated protocols to manage Swift's arrivals and departures, ensuring her safety while also accommodating the massive media presence that follows her everywhere. Today's game represents more than just a divisional matchup, as it symbolizes the ongoing evolution of how sports and entertainment intersect in modern culture. The Raiders players insist they won't be distracted by the spectacle surrounding Swift's potential attendance and remain laser-focused on executing their game plan.